Okay. It's February 28th. It is, what time is it? 3:53 p.m. p.m. a.m. No, it's p.m. Just kidding with you. All right. Well, I did some homework to actually get to things and where things sit. Well, I will be going on the dark web. I will be locating my stuff, and that's the bottom line. Now, I know actually it began with Tony and back on Jones. That's where it began. So, I already put up about the human and sex trafficking, drug manufacturing, all that kinds of stuff. And, you know, the human and sex trafficking's been going on now longer than I've been alive. Put that up. Proof's up there. So, what was all this about? There was a false arrest. I got slammed into a mental ward, all this other stuff. And this is what it is. It's fusion centers and infraguard. Oh. And that's where these idiots that are above me come in. Now, the thing is they also did medical experimentation without permission. Hence the cameras in my eyes, and I'm loaded with chips and sensors. So, I got enough black and blues to prove that. They actually put it in my bones even. But who's the one that actually gets all this started with DHS and the FBI? Well, it can only come from two places. One is the government itself, or two, the police. Now, the police didn't do a damn thing when called them. Same thing that goes on here. Well, I don't even call them here, but they definitely know because I got them on recording. Speaking of those idiots. Yeah, they don't do anything. Same thing in Olympia when I went to go file a police report for the rape. People reported the rape, not only of me, but also of other people. They didn't do anything either. They said wait for her to come down here and file the report herself. So when I went down there and filed it, they didn't want to take it. So, same thing occurred in Buffalo. I'd call the cops, they wouldn't either come or they wouldn't do anything. I mean, come on, you're seeing my friggin' water pipe sitting out on the ground. There's holes, the tunnels in my basement. And if you don't believe me, go to Cut Up Drug House, type that in, it's my other channel, and you'll see what they did to my house. You'll see. Now, here's the thing. They protected him, just like you're seeing with these idiots. They went to any and all extremes. They go to any and all extremes to protect these idiots. Some of the most heinous crimes happened, and they didn't do a damn thing. They knew about it, did nothing. So, that's that. Anyway, so where does these, all this shit really come from? Well, it comes from two places, Department of Homeland Security and FBI. But within those comes from two major things, Naval Research Lab and Defense Advanced Research Projects Agency. Now, at no point did I ever sign up for any research, especially government research. You know, this is really bad. And the thing is you lost your security over it. Do not assume I'm ever coming back to the table. This is not happening. But I also did a lot of research also on your COVID-19 virus. And when I mean that's the really bad one. But I'm gonna do a whole video on that one because the amount of fraud, lies. We are sitting in Nazi Germany. They've killed over 11 million people, and throughout the whole world. And the world's just sitting there looking, going, "Oh, okay." So you got a question as to what the heck is really going on here, and it's all about the money. All about the money. It's very interesting because they don't keep Congress abreast on anything. There are laws. And being now that I'm dying, there was a law passed specifically that they were not to harm or kill us. That's very interesting. They can get 20 years to life. That's the law. And so that includes those little three agents back in Buffalo. Those three agents back in Buffalo, FBI agents, and I gave them proof of terrorism, and they turned around and sold it for $50,000 to those people stalking me. So, what I'm doing is proving you really don't have any security. This goes right up. It's infiltrated throughout the whole government. It's not just us that's being targeted. It's the politicians that are being targeted. Why? Because the laws are there to protect us. They have to get these laws undone. What are these fusion centers? And I found this out. It's where they're sitting there watching you. You got cameras, everything else. They got cameras in here, everything else. They're sitting there, they're watching you on a television screen. Boy, you're telling me that I'm boring? Oh, you're really boring. If that's your whole life, sitting there watching somebody, you're pretty damn boring. And also, I'd like to mention, there's a lot of vehicles around here that are watching me. None of them have any license plates on them, back or front. Now, the only one that can drive around with no plates is the government. Otherwise, you get a ticket. So, the fact that this happened, the fact that it's being drawn all the way back to before I was even born, shows that they really didn't give a crap. They didn't give a crap when I was a kid. They didn't give a crap when I figured out what I figured out. They didn't give a crap afterwards. The problem is it's been destroyed. So it's not coming back, and I'm not refiguring anything out. You take a hit, you're done. And what's coming is worse. When I went and I checked on the Ebola, it actually did become airborne. No, nothing there about any prion yet, but it did go airborne.